Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the flight deck Captain Wilson speaking. Firstly, on behalf of all our crew, I'd like to welcome you on board this flawless 195 World Tour service from Barcelona to Madrid. It's an all-Spanish affair this morning. This is flight 051 of 209, almost a quarter of the way through the World Tour in a month. If this is your first flight with us today, then we do advise you watch the re-explainer video before you take to your seats. However, if you are a returning viewer, we do recommend that you subscribe to the channel before departing the aircraft today. It's good to be back in the Airbus A320. There's been a lot of excursion flights. The last 15 to 20 flights have been helicopters here, helicopters there. Even the Daha's come out and have survived that leg of the journey back to Barcelona. And now we're back home, back in the Airbus A320, back where we belong, back where 99% of the World Tour will take place. This is home. So we're back in the Airbus A320, Barcelona to Madrid, then it'll be Madrid to Lisbon. I might do that later on this afternoon. And we're into new ground now. If you're not aware, this is the furthest I've ever got in a World Tour attempt because even though this is the first World Tour attempt I've recorded and put on YouTube, I've been trying to do this for 5 years. And on 2 separate occasions around this area, it has all gone in the bin. So we're in new ground now. I've never got as far as Madrid in a World Tour attempt. This is flight 051. We should be clear to taxi out in the next few minutes for a departure time of 11:15 a.m. local time. And the total flight time is expected to be about 40 minutes, maybe 3/4 of an hour. We have got ILS into Barajas Airport, Madrid. And we'll be heading, it's west, slightly northwest. To Madrid. I'll now begin our in-flight entertainment, which today will be the music of Spain. So I've lined up a flamenco 2-hour mix, so that'll get us there. If not flamenco now, when? So that's the vibe. But please be aware, be switched off during takeoff and landing. With that being said, if you have any questions regarding the Flawless 195 World Tour, then please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the section below. And finally, I'd just like to say thank you for choosing Flawless 195 today. It's a pleasure to have you on board, back on the main aircraft of the World Tour. We're done with helicopters and Daha TBMs for now. In fact, there's only one more helicopter excursion in the whole World Tour and a couple more in the Daha. But yeah, most of the sort of excursion stuff is done, really. We've got a tricky bit from Madagascar to the Seychelles and back. That's in about another 50 or 60 flights. And then towards the end of the World Tour, out of the 209 flights, you're talking like 180 flights in. We have a bit of an excursion around South America with the Daha TBM. But yeah, basically from now to the end of the World Tour, it's all going to be in this aircraft, apart from the odd occasion that I've just mentioned. So we're through a big, tricky part of the World Tour. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. The helicopter bits, I've become better at flying the helicopter as it's gone on, actually. I've actually quite enjoyed it. The into Andorra and back was pretty smooth going. Done Vatican City, San Marino, Monaco. So we've ticked a lot of boxes. We're through a lot of the ones that had the potential to end the World Tour quite quickly. So yeah, we're doing quite well, nearly a quarter of the way through. Like I say, once I get into Africa, things will slow down a bit. I've rushed through Europe because I've done it 5 or 6 times in the past. But now we're breaking into new ground, and once we get into Africa, the flights will be longer as well, so I won't be doing 2 or 3 a day and stuff like that. It might be one every couple of days, or depending how long the flight is, trying to line it up with a day off or and this, that, and the other. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for joining this flight into new grounds. And yeah, 3/4 of an hour or so over to Madrid from Barcelona. Okay, I will now start the in-flight entertainment and speak to you perhaps when we're in the air, perhaps when we're down on the ground in Madrid. Well, leave it as a mystery. Who knows? If something goes wrong with the plane, you'll know about it. All right, thank you, and good to be back in the Airbus A320, back home. Let's go.
Barcelona clearance delivery 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra IFR to Barajas, ready to copy.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra is cleared to Barajas Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 24 right climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.45 squawk 4304.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra cleared to Barajas Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 24 right climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 119.45 squawk 4304.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra readback is correct. Contact ground on 122.23 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra taxiing to and hold short of runway 24 right using taxiway Bravo Juliet November Sierra Hotel November Tango Cross runway 02 Tango Tango 1. Contact tower on 122.1 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 24 right via taxiway Bravo Juliet November Sierra Hotel November Tango Cross runway 02 Tango Tango 1 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Barcelona Tower 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra at runway 24 right ready for departure IFR to Barajas.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra altimeter 30.0 tree, wind 248 at 5. Cleared for takeoff runway 24 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24 right 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff. Flawless 195 heading into uncharted territory. Here we go.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, contact Barcelona Center on 119.45. Good day.
Going to 119.45 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Barcelona Center 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra is at 1,500 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, Barcelona Center altimeter 30.0 tree radar contact. Continue to Anton. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, climb and maintain 15,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 15,000 feet 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Flight level 380 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Hey, have you figured out the call sign of the aircraft? Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra Sierra. Flawless, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that you can customize a few bits. You can't quite see it because I'm not zoomed in enough, but it actually says flawless on the side of the plane there as well, next to the Royal Mail sign. That's all we're doing. Did you not know? It's just a postal run. This. It's just a worldwide postal service. Yeah. That's what this is. We're just dropping parcels off at all 195 countries. Everyone's ordered something from Amazon, And it's our job to make sure we get to all 195 countries. You know what I mean? Only I could make a career mode out of flight sim. And but basically that's what all this is about. It's just about making an objective out of it. So there you go. Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Flawless. When you know, you know. Well, good afternoon. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick update from the flight deck. We have now levelled out at 38,000 feet. Absolutely flat out at 480 knots ground speed. And we will be cruising at 38,000 feet for the next 10 minutes or so before beginning our descent into Barajas, Madrid. So, hope you're enjoying the flamenco mix. Like I said, if not now, when? You know? Also, little tidbit, little fun fact, fun in abbreviated commas, the Spanish flag will be the one that appears the most in the Flawless 195 thumbnails, because there's just a lot of flights in and out of Spain in the last dozen flights have included a Spanish flag. Because the 4 flights it takes to get into Andorra and back all feature a Spanish flag. We had to get to Barcelona first. We've got to Barcelona to Madrid, then Madrid to Portugal. So there you go. If you want to know which flag will appear most on the Flawless 195 World Tour, it is the Spanish flag. There you go. Hold the front page on that one. But yeah, it was just something I noticed the other day. Also, the Italian flag featured a lot because it was in and out of San Marino, in and out of Vatican City. So that featured about 10 or 12 times. But Spain beats that because most of the time a flag will only appear twice. Once when I arrive and once when I leave. But Spain gets more than its fair share of mentions, shall we say, in Flawless 195. So yeah, just a little tidbit fact. But yeah, like I say, we'll cruise at 38,000 feet for 10 minutes or so, and then begin our descent. So yeah, 40-minute flight, 3/4 of an hour at a push. And like I say, I've chosen to use ILS. The ILS route in is pretty nice. Not sending us on a 20-minute loop around Madrid. So the ILS route looks kind to us. So I've gone for it, and hopefully it all pans out as it should do. If it doesn't, not a problem. I've landed probably about a quarter of these flights without ILS anyway, but ILS is available and chosen to go down that route. But yeah, over central Spain we are, looking a bit dry and mountainous, but yeah, well on our way now, probably about halfway there. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the flight. Like I say, I'll probably go to Lisbon this afternoon, probably call it a day in Lisbon later on, and then Africa maybe tomorrow afternoon. Morocco, Rabat, Morocco. So a brand new continent on Flawless 195, probably tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, stay tuned for an excursion. Well, not an excursion, a flight to. This is the last excursion, what I'll call excursion flight. And I'm only referring to it as an excursion flight because it's not capital city to capital city, you know. Once it's capital city to capital city, country to country, that is your legitimate flight, 52 or whatever. This is the final excursion flight because it's not, strictly speaking, capital to capital. So it's in a different category in my mind anyway. But yeah, so we're nearly on the brink of touching a different continent tomorrow, so stay tuned. All right, I'll speak to you when we're down on the ground in Madrid. Thank you.
Descend and maintain flight level tree 00190 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, please expedite your descent flight level 300. Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, please expedite your descent flight level 300. Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, please expedite your descent flight level 300.
Is it just me, or are all these songs pretty similar? Hey, it might be the same song on a loop. I won't be able to tell. Would you? On a reel, it might actually be like 3 or 4 songs on a loop here. Like, seriously. Flamenco's flamenco, innit? Whichever flavour of flamenco it is. There's not that many flavours, is there? No, I'll stick with it. It's one flight only, one flight only. So enjoy it. Hey, get ready for about 2 months of African music, by the way. Oh, once we're on our way to Morocco, that's it. It's African vibes till probably October. So enjoy the flamenco, I reckon.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain flight level 180, 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, you are 69 miles east. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS Whiskey runway tree 2 left approach via red by transition. Clear to red by.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS Whiskey runway tree 2 left approach via red by transition. Cleared to red by 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Yep, this is definitely 3 songs on a loop. So much for the 2-hour mix. Surely there's more than 3 flamenco songs. Come on, Spain. Why are you doing me like this? Oh well, we'll be down on the ground within a quarter of an hour, so... At this point, it is what it is. Right, speak to you when we're down on the ground, no more waffle.
Decibel 03 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Goodbye. Madrid approach 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra 7,100 feet.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Just a quick update from the flight deck. Apologies for the late switch on of the seatbelt signs there. The plane decided it was going to cut a corner of the flight path off and then has redirected itself back onto the flight path and decided against the corner cut. So a little bit of weaving round going on. I've decided to level out at 4,000 feet because I feel like that's about 2,500. I feel like we're pretty close to the ground here, so I don't go down to 3,000 feet. We might be scraping tiles off roofs. So I'm going to level out here at 4,000 feet for the next 5 minutes and then try and hit ILS and get us down safely on the ground. But yeah, apologies for the weaving left and right there. The plane just decided that it was going to cut a big corner of the flight path off and then decided, oh no, I better not, and then rejoined the scheduled route. So yeah, apologies for that, but should be all smooth sailing from here on in. Like I say, I'll take manual control of the plane once we hit ILS in the next 5 minutes or so, and we should be down on the ground safely in Barajas, Madrid in the next 5 to 10 minutes. All right, thank you. Also, this flamenco's doing my absolute nutting now. I wouldn't mind if it was actually different songs, but it's the same three songs going round and round and round. Oh, it's doing me nutting. I might switch it off. We've heard it, haven't we? We've heard it. Come on, we've heard it. We've heard it. We've heard it. Let's switch the game audio up. We've heard it. Come on. Behave yourself. Right, I'll try and connect with ILS now and get us down on the ground. All right, thank you. We've heard the flamenco. Jesus.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, you are 7 miles southeast of Barajas. Contact Barajas Tower on 118.155 when inbound.
Tower on 118.155, 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Barajas Tower 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra 5 miles southeast inbound ILS Whiskey runway 32 left approach.
195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra Barajas Tower. Altimeter tree 0.09er, wind tree 20 at tree. Cleared ILS Whiskey runway tree 2 left approach. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra wind tree 20 at tree. Cleared to land runway tree 2 left.
Cabin crew seats for landing.
Runway tree 2 left 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra.
Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, turn next taxiway. 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra, contact ground on 123.48.
123.48 195 Foxtrot Lima Alpha Whiskey Lima Echo Sierra. Goodbye.
Well, what about that? Not a breath of a breeze coming in to land there. That was, if not the smoothest, certainly one of the smoothest touchdowns. Nice, easy one into Barajas, Madrid. I don't know if this is a part of the airport that I should be on, but anyway, I'll find a way to a gate from here. But yeah, with that being said, welcome to Barajas Airport, Madrid. The local time is just gone midday, and the outside air temperature is 28 degrees. I would now like to ask that you please keep your seatbelt fastened until the sign is switched off, and please ensure to collect all your belongings before leaving the aircraft today. If you have enjoyed flying with us, then we do recommend that you hit the like button on the screen in front of you now, and if you are getting a connecting flight to Lisbon, Portugal, then we do encourage that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to receive notification on the next flight of the tour. Finally, on behalf of Flawless 195 World Tour Service Crew, I'd like to wish you a pleasant onward journey and thank you for flying with us today. I've been Captain Wilson. Hope you've enjoyed the flamenco to Madrid, and I will see you again very soon. Let's get this thing parked. I'm not having one more flamenco tune. We've heard enough. And yeah, thank you and see you for the next one. Bye for now.